Learn English easily with Pro English.
Welcome back to the Speak English podcast. Today, we are going to talk about the one activity that we spend 30 of our lives doing. We are talking about sleep. You might think this is simple vocabulary, I sleep. I wake up, but actually, English has a huge variety of verbs and idioms for what happens in the bedroom. We are going to learn the difference between going to bed and falling asleep. We will talk about napping versus dozing, and we will learn how to complain about someone who snores like a tractor.
This topic is perfect for me because I love sleeping, but I always make mistakes with the verbs. I often say, yesterday I slept at 11 p.m., and native speakers look at me strangely. They ask, you slept at 11, or you went to bed at 11. I never understand the difference. To me, it is all the same action, closing my eyes.
That is the most common mistake. We need to visualize the sleep timeline. There are 3 distinct steps. Go to bed. This is the physical action of walking to the bedroom and getting under the covers. I went to bed at 11 p.m. But maybe you checked Instagram for an hour, fall asleep. This is the moment your brain shuts off. I fell asleep at midnight. Sleep. This is the duration. I slept for 8 hours. So never say I slept at 11. Say I went to bed at 11.
That timeline helps so much. Go to bed is the transportation. Fall asleep is the switch turning off. Sleep is the long line. Okay, what about when I can't find the switch? When I am in bed, eyes closed, but my brain is running a marathon, I usually say I have no sleep. Is there a medical word or a casual phrase for this?
The medical word is insomnia. I suffer from insomnia. But casually, we use the idiom tossing and turning. I was tossing and turning all night. This describes the physical action of moving from left to right because you are uncomfortable. We also say, I couldn't get a wink of sleep. A wink is a tiny closing of the eye. It means you slept 0 minutes.
Tossing and turning. That is exactly what I do, and checking the clock every 5 minutes. Now let's talk about the next morning. There are 2 ways to wake up late. One is good, it is Saturday, I am happy. One is bad. It is Monday, I am late for work. I usually use oversleep for both. Is that wrong?
Yes, be careful. Oversleep is negative accident. I overslept and missed the bus. You feel panicked. Sleep in is positive luxury. It's Saturday, so I'm going to sleep in. It means you intentionally stay in bed longer. So, I overslept equals panic. I slept in equals joy.
I love sleeping in. I hate oversleeping. Okay, let's talk about types of sleepers. I have a friend who can sleep through an earthquake. Nothing wakes him up. And I have another friend who wakes up if a fly sneezes. How do we describe these people?
The earthquake guy is a heavy sleeper or a deep sleeper. We have an idiom for him. He sleeps like a log. A log is a heavy piece of wood from a tree, or he sleeps like a rock. The friend who wakes up easily is a light sleeper. Be quiet, the baby is a light sleeper.
Sleeps like a log. I like that. Wood doesn't move. What about the schedule? Some people love the morning. They wake up at 5 a.m. singing. I hate those people. I prefer to stay up until 2 a.m. I know early bird for the morning people. But what am I? A late bird.
You are a night owl. Early bird or morning person likes the morning. Night owl likes the night. I'm not an early bird, don't talk to me before coffee. I'm a night owl. And if you stay up very late to study or work, we say you are pulling an all-nighter. I pulled an all-nighter to finish the project, meaning you didn't sleep at all.
Pulling an all-nighter. I did that in university. Never again. Now I value my beauty sleep. Let's talk about short sleeps during the day. Naps. I love a good nap. But sometimes I just close my eyes for 5 minutes on the bus. Is that still a nap? Or is there a smaller word?
There is a hierarchy of naps. Nap, the standard word. I took a nap, power nap, a short strategic nap 20 mins to get energy for work. I need a power nap before the meeting. Cat nap, a very short light sleep. I just had a little cat nap. Doze off, nod off, unintentional sleep. If you fall asleep on the bus or in a boring movie, you dozed off. If your head drops down and jerks back up, you nod it off.
Nod it off. That is the embarrassing one in meetings, when your head goes bonk. Okay, what about the noises we make? My husband. He makes a sound like a chainsaw. It is terrible. We call that snoring, right? Is there a polite way to say you snore? Or a funny way?
Yes, the verb is to snore. He snores loudly. The funny idiom is sawing logs, because it sounds like cutting wood. He was really sawing logs last night. Another noise problem is grinding your teeth. This is when you rub your teeth together from stress. And of course, sleepwalking, walking while asleep, and sleep talking. He is a sleep talker.
Sawing logs. That connects back to sleeping like a log. Lots of wood in the bedroom. What about the equipment? I get confused with the layers on the bed. There is the thin cloth and the thick warm thing. I usually say the cover.
Let's build the bed. Mattress, the thick sponge you lie on. Sheet or fitted sheet, the thin cloth that covers the mattress. Top sheet, the thin cloth that goes over you, common in the US, less in Europe. Duvet UK or comforter US. The thick, fluffy, warm thing. Blanket, a thinner, usually wool or fleece layer. Pillow for your head. In the US, we usually sleep under the covers, general term, or under the comforter.
Duvet versus comforter. That is a good distinction. And what do I wear? Pajamas, sleep clothes. I heard someone say PJs. Is that childish?
PJs is very common even for adults. It stands for pajamas US or pajamas UK. I'm going to put on my PJs. For women, a dress-like item is a nightie or nightgown. And if you wear nothing, well, we say you sleep in the buff or in your birthday suit. Naked.
In your birthday suit. Because you were born naked. That is hilarious. Okay, let's talk about the alarm clock. I put the alarm or I make the alarm, and when it rings, does it explode?
You set the alarm. I set the alarm for 7 a.m. When it rings, we say the alarm goes off. My alarm went off at 7, but I didn't hear it. And if you hit the button to sleep for 9 more minutes, that is the snooze button. I hit snooze 3 times.
I am the queen of the snooze button. Just 5 more minutes. Okay, Michael, I feel like I have the vocabulary for the physical act of sleeping. Go to bed versus fall asleep. Heavy sleeper versus light sleeper. Snoring, dozing, setting the alarm. But what about the mental side? Dreams. I have very weird dreams, and sometimes nightmares. How do I talk about them? Do I say I dreamt with you, or I dreamt about you?
That is a crucial preposition trap. You never dream with someone unless you are both sleeping in the same bed in reality. You dream about someone. I dreamt about my boss. Subject of the dream. In part 2, we are going to dive deep into dream vocabulary. We will talk about lucid dreaming, recurring dreams, and the feeling of déjà vu. We will also talk about morning routine show to describe being groggy or wide awake.
Groggy, that is how I feel every Monday. I am ready for part 2. Let's take a quick nap first.
Just a cat nap. See you in a few minutes. Fin delaparte 1. Quieres que gener la parte 2, turnos 31 a 60. TEMA. Sleep vocabulary part 2. Dreams, mornings, bedtime idioms DURACIN PARTE 2. 15 minutos aprox. Welcome back to part 2. We are currently in dreamland. As we established, you dream about someone, not with them. But dreams come in different flavors. A bad dream is, of course, a nightmare. I had a nightmare about spiders. But what about a dream that repeats? Every Tuesday you dream you are falling. We call that a recurring dream.
Recurring dream. That sounds scary. I have a recurring dream that I show up to work without shoes. It's terrible. What about when you know you are dreaming, when you can control it? Like, oh, I'm flying, this is cool. Is there a name for that?
Yes, that is called a lucid dream. Lucid means clear or aware. I had a lucid dream where I could fly. And don't forget the dream you have when you are awake. When you are sitting at your desk, staring out the window, imagining you are on a beach in Hawaii. That is called daydreaming. Stop daydreaming and get back to work.
I am a professional daydreamer. Okay, what about the phrase sweet dreams? We say this to children. Is it a command? You must have sweet dreams. Or just a wish?
It is a wish. I hope you have sweet dreams. Another classic bedtime phrase is sleep tight. Good night, sleep tight. This comes from old beds that used ropes to hold the mattress. You had to tighten the ropes to get a good sleep. So we say, night night, sleep tight, don't let the bedbugs bite. That last part is a rhyme for kids. Hopefully you don't actually have bedbugs.
Don't let the bedbugs bite. I hope not. That would be a nightmare. Okay, let's fast forward to the morning. The alarm goes off. There is a crucial difference between two phrasal verbs. Wake up and get up. I use them interchangeably. I got up at 7. I woke up at 7. Is there a real difference?
Huge difference. Wake up, your eyes open. Consciousness returns. Get up, your body leaves the bed. I woke up at 7 o'clock, but I didn't get up until 7:30. This is the lazy zone where you look at your phone. If you say, I got up at 7, it implies you were standing on your feet at 7.
Okay, that explains why my friends are confused. I woke up at 7 but was late to work. Because I didn't get up until 8. Now, how do we describe that feeling when you first wake up? You feel heavy, confused, maybe a bit stupid. Your brain isn't working yet.
The perfect word for that is groggy. I feel so groggy in the morning. Give me a minute, I'm still a bit groggy. The opposite if you wake up with instant energies, wide awake. I drank coffee at 9 p.m., so I was wide awake all night. There is also a funny idiom for energetic morning people. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, like a squirrel.
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I am definitely not that. I am more like dead-eyed and slow-moving. I need coffee to fix the grogginess. We often call coffee a morning brew or a caffeine fix, right? I need my caffeine fix.
Exactly, or simply jumpstart. I need coffee to jumpstart my brain. Now let's look at some idioms that use the word sleep but aren't about sleeping. Imagine you have a big decision to make. You don't want to decide now. You want to wait until tomorrow. What do you say?
I will consult my pillow. In Spanish we say that, but in English, I will sleep on it.
Yes, I'll sleep on it. It's a big offer. Let me sleep on it and I'll give you an answer tomorrow. It means letting your subconscious process the decision. Another one is about worry. If you are not worried about a problem, you say, I'm not going to lose sleep over it.
Don't lose sleep over it. That is good advice. My boss was angry, but I'm not going to lose sleep over it. What about when someone looks terrible? Can I tell them you need to sleep? Or is that rude? We have the phrase beauty sleep. Is that sarcastic?
It can be serious or joking. I need my beauty sleep is usually said by someone, often a woman, but men too, to announce they are going to bed early. I'm leaving the party now. I need my beauty sleep. It implies, if I don't sleep, I will look ugly tomorrow. But don't tell someone else you need beauty sleep unless you want to insult them.
Noted, never tell someone they need beauty sleep. What about slang for going to bed? I heard hit the sack. I'm gonna hit the sack. Why are we hitting a sack?
It comes from old mattresses which were just sacks filled with hay, dried grass. So we say, hit the sack, hit the hay. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna hit the hay. It just means go to bed.
Hit the hay. That sounds very cowboy. And what if someone falls asleep instantly? Like 1 second they are talking, the next second they are snoring. He went out like a…
He was out like a light, just like turning off a light switch. Instant darkness. As soon as his head hit the pillow, he was out like a light.
Out like a light. And finally, the most famous comparison, to sleep like a baby. I slept like a baby. But Michael, babies wake up every 2 hours crying and screaming. Why is this a good thing?
It is a linguistic paradox. In reality, babies are terrible sleepers. But in the idiom, sleep like a baby means to sleep peacefully, deeply, and innocently, without worries. I slept like a baby last night. If you want to be more accurate, say, sleep like the dead. Very deep sleep.
Sleep like the dead. That is a bit morbid, but accurate for me on weekends. Okay, let's do a quick bedtime quiz. I describe the situation, you give me the phrase. You are deciding a big purchase. You want to wait 24 hours. You are going to bed slang. You woke up feeling confused and slow. You unintentionally fell asleep in a meeting.
Let's see if I learned my lesson. Decide later, I'll sleep on it. Go to bed, hit the sack or hit the hay, confused, groggy. Unintentional sleep, nodded off or dozed off.
Perfect score, especially nodded off. Michael, I think it is time for us to wrap up. I am starting to feel a bit groggy myself. I might need a power nap.
Go take that power nap. Just don't oversleep and miss part 3. Just kidding, there is no part 3. Thank you for listening, everyone. We hope you don't lose sleep over English grammar tonight.
Sweet dreams, everyone. Or if it's morning, grab your caffeine fix. Bye.
Night night, sleep tight. Fin del episodiocompeletto. Turnos 1 a 60 completados. Durasin total 30 minutos.